Okay, today I'm going to show you something really cool and a little bit creepy. Have you ever wondered how to create an AI clone of yourself? Maybe not, but it's very possible nowadays. I'm going to show you in this video how to create one that moves like you, that talks like you, and even sounds like you. And it's going to be really cool. There are videos like these which produce pretty good copies of how an AI avatar can look like. If I just play it for a second and just show you how it sounds and looks.
If you're still doing manual work, you're wasting hours and leaving money on the table. After advising Fortune 500,
So what you can see from that, it's pretty high quality, sounds pretty good, can transcribe whatever you want, but it's not really you. It doesn't look like you, or it doesn't even sound like you as well. And that's something we're going to work on today, and I'm going to show you how to make it exactly like yourself. All right, before we even dive into the demo, just a quick introduction about myself. So my name is Moise, and I've been working for the last half a decade on advising executives at large companies on data and AI. And now I run my own AI agency where I help other companies make the most of the AI opportunities they have. So if you're interested in building out AI solutions like the one I'm about to show you, or general AI strategy advice, do get in touch down below as well. All right, let's dive into the demo. Okay, so to get started with this demo of how to build your AI clone of yourself, we are going to be working in N8N, where we're going to build an end-to-end flow of figuring out what we want our AI clone to say, making the AI clone, giving it a voice, and finally sending it to our Google Drive as well. So really building the whole process end-to-end. Now, there's going to be two parts to this. The first is going to be a script generation, so where we're going to decide what we want the AI clone to say. And the second part of it is going to be the generation of the clone or avatar, and how we're going to essentially get that out. So I'll split that into two sections, and we'll go through each of them very briefly with a focus more on the avatar generation section. So to generate your script, we're going to start off with an initial node of when clicking the execute workflow. You can schedule the node or change this one up, but this is essentially whenever you want to click execute, you can execute it. What I've then done is I've passed it to an AI agent. So what this is doing is it's telling us, based on a list of previous scripts, can you generate a brand new script for my AI avatar to work from? So I've got this Google Sheet, if I just show you, where we've got three scripts with a title. These are more things like if you want to do like a TikTok video or a small YouTube short, you can use this version. So the script title, I generated 3 versions of a script from ChatGPT as an example. So why 99% of agents are people are building AI wrong, build an AI agency that makes money, and then AI agents that pay you as well. So I've got 3 versions here. I've got 4 which I generated for this test sample, but these are the 3 inputs that we are going to be putting into our N8N flow. So what I've done is if I just double click inside, I've added a prompt inside the AI agent where I've said you are an AI video script writer and strategist who's looking at viral short form content. Give it a goal, give it some ideas of how to structure the script, the ordering of creating a hook, 2 to 3 clear punchy insights, and how to essentially write that new script that I want to generate. With that, we then have our output. So if I did pin this message, but if I was to run it, it would generate this version of the output, which looks like a very good script to be able to use for our AI clone. And then in order to power all of that, what I had to do is generate OpenAI chat model. So connect to a model. You can pick whatever model you want, but I already had an OpenAI account. And the second thing I had to do was in tool section, I put a plus sign and I added a Google Sheet as well. So this was the Google Sheet I showed you beforehand where we had a bunch of ideas. And what we want the agent to do is just make sure it reads all of these ideas when coming up with a new template. So we've got Google Sheets account, which is connected up. You can figure out if you press the no edit icon, you can put your credentials in. You can do a sheet within a document. You can select get row. And then from the list, I've got my own title and my own sheet in my Google Sheet. So this matches This matches the title name I have here and the sheet name of post I have here as well. And we're basically going to use this with the OpenAI model to generate the output of the agent, which you saw was the fourth row on my Google Sheet as well. And to access the AI agent, you just have AI on the right-hand side. You press the arrow here and you can click AI agent over here and it generates a version over there. Now, the thing that's missing from here is assuming we've got our AI agent generated with our content, what we want to be able to now do is give it a title as well. So I've clicked messenger model just so I can help summarize the script and give it a title. So if I just click OpenAI, I click the arrow and there's an option here to say messenger model, which is what I clicked and dragged across here. Now in here, what I've done is I've also given it a prompt. I've selected my model as GPT-4. You can see on the left-hand side, the output of my previous agent that was there, and it matches the same text description that we had. And in this prompt, I'm essentially saying that I've got this input from the script, and I've just clicked and dragged from here. I've just clicked and I've just dragged it across here. So it knows in the prompt that I'm reading the exact output from there. And I'm basically telling it to generate a title, giving it some instructions on how to generate a title by reading the script, summarizing it, what the title should be including, how long it should be, etc. And then with all of this information, what we do generate, if I click execute step, it generates this row here. So content of what my title is going to be for my new script that the AI clone is going to talk about. And then finally, I've just connected it back to my same Google Sheets here. And in my Google Sheets, I have two columns, so script title and script description. So go back to my sheets, script title, script description over here. And then I've just clicked and dragged from my previous nodes. So my AI agent node, which is the output, will be my script description. My messenger model content title, I just click and drag it and it'll be my script title. And if I click execute, it is going to generate it in my Google Sheets, which I have already done. So I've just pinned the content, so we don't need to spend time sort of regenerating it all over again. And we've got this script called AI agents are a game changer. If you're still doing manual work, where you're wasting time, etc. And we've also got the title generated from the same flow as well. So that's a very quick overview on how to just generate the script we want. That's not the fun part. The fun part is going to be how do we generate our AI avatar and how do we make it say the script that we've generated. So this is where we're going to get into a bit more detail. So for our AI avatar generation, we have a few different sections here. So the generate video section where we're going to use a tool called HeyGen to generate a video. We're going to just wait to let that process because sometimes it can take time for your avatar to get generated. We're going to get the video. And if that video is still processing, we want to use an if condition to say, if it is still processing, just wait 30 more seconds, retry again, and keep going like a couple of times until it's done. If it's done, just throw it into a Google Drive and upload it there as well. All of this is connected to HeyGen, especially in the generate video section. If I click on that, we have a post request. So a post request will help us create an action in HeyGen. We have a fixed URL, which is connecting to the HeyGen API environment, header auth as credential types. And here you want to be able to press the edit icon and connect to your HeyGen API keys. We're going to say for the headers, accept and application/JSON. And we're going to put in a JSON formatted code over here, which I'll show you exactly how to do. So let's first walk into HeyGen to see how we can create our avatar, because that's going to be the first step. So if you go to HeyGen here, we have a few different headings and titles. So this is our homepage. We have projects, video agents, apps, avatars. Avatars is the one that you just saw. And we have a few options. We can create a new avatar of yourself. So this is the one that I have as a sneak preview of myself. But we can also create public avatars and you can view them as they're just generic ones that look pretty lifelike. So if you click on some of them, they are pretty accurate and they can speak and talk exactly on whatever script you want it to say as well. But again, they're not you, right? They don't sound like you. They'll sound like a random AI generated version, which is not really what we want to try and achieve today. So in order to get started and generate my avatar, you're going to click on create new. And you have two options. You can either start from a photo or you can start from a video. And if you have a video, it's going to be more realistic. So if you click start video, you click next. And what it's going to ask you to do is update some footage. So I've already done this process and I've uploaded like a footage of myself. But you can record it via webcam, via phone. It just needs to have enough detail for about 30 seconds for it to really understand how you look like. And the video will just generate automatically by itself. So after I've done that process, I've got this video generated. This is one I recorded earlier, and it's pretty much exactly like how I recorded myself. We have some options on the right on background removal, 4K resolution, changing the body to like half body or a close up, a circle, however you want to do it. And you have some premium features for eye correction, etc. as well. So this will be the video generation, and then what HeyGen will give you is their own sound behind it. But we want to try and create a sound that sounds like us, right? So this is the video that looks like us. We want to also create a sound, something that sounds like us too. And that will have to jump into another tool called ElevenLabs. But before that, there is a way that you want to connect HeyGen into your environment for N8N. So in N8N, when I click generate video, we had the connection, the API keys that we can get. But the important thing here is the JSON body. So this JSON body is a standard body that is pretty is standard. And in HeyGen, there is a quick start guide where if you use the link at the top, it can tell you kind of what your API, so we'll have this as your API name and how your inputs should be. And what we're going to need to do is substitute some of that data for us. So for example, our avatar ID will be different because we are going to be the one that we generate ourselves rather than a standalone one. We are also going to our input text will be different. So remember when we generated our new script using the Google Sheets and the AI, we're going to put in our script that we want the bot to say, and then the voice as well. So we're going to look at, okay, can we create our own voice? And this voice ID will be pretty unique to us as well. And I think everything else will probably end up keeping the same. You can tweak things here and there a little bit, but I think those are generally the main things we want to tweak. So the avatar ID, make it like yourself. The input text, which is the text that we generated, and the voice, which is going to be our voice rather than HeyGen's voice. We're just going to be copying and pasting this right into N8N. And as you can see, what we've done is, and I'll show you later, the avatar ID is going to be our avatar ID. The input text, I've clicked and dragged our script description across, and I've pasted it in to make it our text. And our voice ID is also unique to us as well. To get the avatar ID, it's going to give you an option of, if I right click over here, you can say copy avatar ID and you can just copy that in. So that's the video part of connecting to HeyGen. We still need to do the voice section of things, which is also really fun. And in the voice section, we are going to use a tool called ElevenLabs. So in ElevenLabs, this is a tool where you can do a lot of voice generation, voice cloning. If you want to use it for voice agents and create those as well, you can do it through this app as well. So there's a lot of different voice functionalities you can do. So one of the things that I wanted to do here was generate my own voice. And this process is actually slightly longer than what we did in HeyGen. It needs a lot more data to be able to do it. We have a library of standard voices, and they have hundreds and hundreds of voices, all in different accents, which are super realistic, which you can use. But if I just try and go to my voices at the top, what you can see, I've already got my own voice generated over here, but it took a really long time to be able to do so. If I click create clone of voice on the top, we have a few options. So these are the sort of easier options that are not 100% realistic. So voice design, instant voice clone. Then you want to click on PVC, so professional voice clone, where you can have up to 5 minutes of audio, but you need to train it on about 30 minutes of your data as well. And the way it normally works is if I just click edit. When you click on PVC, what you'll see is a left-hand side of your name, the language, the description. These are just labels. But the most important thing is the training section over here. So you need to be uploading samples or record of previous voices that you have. So I did a 28-minute recording of a text they gave me of their voice, and then I imported my latest YouTube video, a small plug if you want to watch that, on how to write LinkedIn posts using AI as well. And this only took me about 44 minutes in total of content. But if you want to update more up to 2 hours, then your voice is going to be way more accurate as well. But the thing is with this, it does take a while to train as well. So just because you uploaded it, it'll take like maybe 2 hours extra for it to train its own models to make it super realistic too. So give or take a couple of hours in total for this section, and you can generate your own voice ID. And when you do so, you want to make sure that you have a way to connect your voice ID to your HeyGen. So if you click on developer, you can click create an API key. So if you click that, and my API key will show if I click it, you will be able to get the API key name and the actual key itself, which you can copy and paste into HeyGen. So in HeyGen, if I go back, I click edit again, and I click voices over here. We can see that you have options of connecting it to your own voice, integrated third-party voices, which is what I selected, and these are public voices here as well. So you want to basically connect it to your own voice that you have by adding your API in here. And so you can get the voice ID, whatever voice you're picking from here. So if I click get voice ID, you can then plug it straight into this section of our N8N flow that we went through before. And that way, what we're going to have is a video that is looking like us, a script that we created that matches what we AI generated, and a voice that sounds exactly like us as well. And this is the big piece that's the main driver of how we create our agents. Now, the rest of it is going to be, okay, how do we generate and keep that? So we've got our wait module over here, should I say, where we're just waiting 30 seconds for approval. And on the right hand side, you can click wait and just click and drag that across. Get video. So beforehand, we had a post request. This time we want to have a get request. So just change the request name. The URL changes as well. Use the same credential types that you had before. I've called it, video ID. And what I've done is I've got the video ID from the previous node and just clicked and dragged it across. And it went bright green to show that it's working as a JSON. And then we have the script accept and application/JSON as the headers as well. So this all stays the same, except we're really making it into a get request. So we make sure we know what the status is going to be of that. And then we're running two parameters here. So an if statement, just to make sure to see if it actually has gotten generated. If it has, great, pass it down to us into our file, Google Drive. If not, we want to put a second wait on here where we can pass it on to redo the get video. So this if statement, you can see, is just the status that I've got from the left-hand side over here. As I said, it's equal to completed. If it's equal to completed, then we want to generate the video. And if this has all been pinned, but let me just try execute workflow again. So let's see, it's running. You can see it's doing its thing. These are all pinned, so I've just kept the same AI call function there. Wait a few seconds. Okay, it's on its second wait node right now. So it's gone through all the processes, and it's going to be waiting 30 seconds or so for it to work. Okay, so it's taken about 4 to 5 attempts to be able to get it to work. And so it should be in our Google Drive now. If I check the Google Drive, and we can see the final video. Perfect. This is the final video that has been generated. And let's see how realistic it sounds like. So this will be the big reveal. AI agents are game changers. If you're still doing manual work, you're wasting hours and leaving money on the table. After advising Fortune 500 companies on AI automation for years, I know exactly how to turn simple AI tools into full business workflows that run themselves. Imagine an AI agent that not only generates leads but follows up, books meetings, and closes deals, all while you focus on growth. Here's the secret. Combining cutting-edge AI models with no-code automation platforms lets you design and deploy agents in just a weekend. Stop juggling tasks and start building AI-powered systems that work 24/7 for you. Want to break free from the hustle and build real scalable AI income streams? Comment Agent Build to get my step-by-step guide. Save this video for your blueprint and follow for more insider strategies on turning AI into your ultimate business partner. Pretty cool, no? This whole video could have even been AI generated. You would have never known. I think that's super realistic. It's super lifelike. I mean, there's a few things here and there you can tell that it's probably not 100% exactly like how I sound, but damn, it's gonna trick a lot of people, I think, out there. And you can use it for whatever. You can use it for TikTok videos, for YouTube Shorts, UGC ads, marketing. The list is really incredible, and I think this is kind of the next wave of how AI is going to be used in society right now. But yeah, got to be careful that you don't get tricked by which is the real me now. And hopefully, you learned something along the way from this video too, that you're able to now generate your own AI clone of yourself. A bit of a catch, it's not completely free. You still got to pay for the platform a little bit, like 20 pounds or so. But more or less, if you want to mass produce loads of videos in the future, a one-off payment of 20 pounds it's definitely going to be worth it, especially if it saves you a lot of time and effort doing a lot of recordings and such. So yeah, do feel free to play around with your own clone, create your own voice using ElevenLabs, train it up, use way more examples than what I probably did. They'll sound even better, I'm sure. And yeah, like I said, there's so many use cases of using this. And if you're a business who's interested in generating ads, interested in developing these kinds of videos for yourself and building out your own marketing campaign, then yeah, feel free to get in touch. My calendar is down below. And if you want any more details about what I do, who I am, do feel free to just reach out and we can get in touch as well. And yeah, I'm going to keep playing around with this tool, see if I can make it even better as well. And who knows, maybe there's going to be more videos on this topic in the future too, especially if you guys liked it. And if you did, just make sure to give it a share, subscribe, and comment to help boost these videos. They really help with me growing my channel initially as well. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.